and a few other people, we used to go out fishing, climbing, walk way out to the lighthouse. You remember? Yeah. So those are the
Yeah,
down to sand level. When it's high tide, it could be 6 feet to 8 feet deep. So you go out there and wait for the tide to come in, and the fish comes in. And we use spears to spear the fish as they come in schools of fish. Very interesting. And when the tide comes in, the crab come in with it. And that's how it's big salmon crabs. I like to go back a little bit to Thai level, which is the end of the Nausori River, where we have the big farm. We milk the cows, but we don't sell the milk. We separate the cream from the milk and use they call it the waste to feed the pigs and so forth. But the cream is sold to a collection center. There were, I think, 2 or 3 dairy farmers up there, and they collect all the cream and they send it to New Zealand to the Anchor Butter Factory, and they make butter out of that. So I think you know supermarket sells Anchor Butter Anchor Butter. That's where it came from, the cream.
What kind of games do you guys play?
What kind of what?
Games.
Game. Well,
I remember playing. What kind of ball? Playing Pee-wee is a stick with another stick that's cut at an angle, and you hit it, it flies up, and you hit it again, and then you hit it as far as you can.
Why did that? Yeah, they call it Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had chicken ranch, the chicken ranch, 7 acres. We have different
Chicken runs.
runs, yeah. And we used to play. We use a stick and make it like a golf club, almost like a hammer. Set up the tennis ball and hit it from one over the fence to the other side. Remember those days? That's fun for us. But we work hard. We have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to milk the cows, and then work until about 8 o'clock at night. Like in the Fiji Island, we used to work so long hours. Yeah. So we have to milk the cow twice a day. We milk them 5 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock at night. Then after that, we would take care of the chicken and get them to the roosting places and things like that. So it's a long day.
Tell them about the bulls in the.
Huh?
Tell them about the bulls.
What?
Bulls, I don't know.
How about Annette? Where was Annette then? Huh? Annette, where were you at that time then? She was there in the farm, but she did most of the work in the house. Yeah, tell us your experience there.
Yeah, tell some of your experience in that.
Oh, well, my main job is to put all the eggs in racks. Some of them have 6 eggs in a rack, rows and rows of racks. 6 eggs each, and some of them 5, some 7. So that's where I learned my mathematics.
And we might say the chicks are hatched in an incubator, 500 eggs in each. It looks like a piano. And my parents had it set in their bedroom, 2 of them. So every time they hatch, that's 1,000 chicks each time. Oh, the chicks are really cute and fluffy. There's a lot of chicks. Yeah, makes a lot of noise.
And the heat
makes a lot of mess too.
And the heat to keep the eggs warm is from kerosene lamp. They have a kerosene lamp on the side that heats the tubes of water to hatch the eggs.
Tell me more about your parents.
About our parents?
Yes.
Well, my father is, quite intelligent person. He's an interpreter in Chinese and in English. So he does that part-time, but basically he loves farming. So dairy farming and then chicken ranching. And in that 7-acre farm, we had, I think, 17 huge mango trees. And then we call it peach mangoes. Peach mangoes, big like that, you know. And we even shipped some of them to, is that New Zealand or Australia? Remember, we picked them into big boxes and get it on a truck, and they were shipped out. And they were really good mangoes. It's something like Piri mangoes, I would say, but much larger. And
But it
another
doesn't
thing
turn
is,
color, it stays green.
yeah, yeah, it doesn't turn yellow. Now another thing is nighttime, bats, fruit bats, come to eat those mangoes. And remember, Wally, every nighttime at 12 o'clock at night, we go and look for the bats, and they're high up in a big tree, and we used to shine the light. One person shine the light, and you see the eyes, you know, and the other person shoot it. And we probably shoot about a dozen of those bats. They're big like mongoose. They're not small. They're big ones. And we sell it to the Chinese people downtown. They love it. They said it's good medicine. They cook it with, you know, something.
And what about your mom?
Well, I guess.
Hurricane. When there's a hurricane.
Yeah, yeah. Well, every 4 years we encounter a hurricane, and you never can tell when it hits. And one day my mother was calling us in because it was raining and told us to come in, and she opened the glass window, and the hurricane came, and all the glass flew right into her face, so she got all cut up. And during the hurricane, oh, by the way, the homes over there, like telephone posts buried in the ground, and then the foundation is built on it. And at each corner, there's a guy wire to hold the house down. And during the hurricane, sometimes the sheet iron will fly off.
Corrugated iron.
Corrugated iron. And my father would have to go up there with Wally, maybe, go up there to nail them down. That bad. Well, one time the hurricane came, and our next door neighbor, Chinese gardener, the whole house was blown away. So 12 o'clock they come knocking at our door to come into our home to get away from the weather. You remember that? Yeah, Wally, you remember that? The Chinese people come running over to our place. But actually, we have no warning system. Hurricane came, that's it. That's why I lost 2 fingernails. See, no more fingernail. The door came back and slammed it, and I lost my fingernail. See, so actually, we must bear in mind when the hurricane came, nobody helped you. You just have to do whatever you can to nail everything down. And my father and I went up, nailed the roof down. We came down for 3 hours. Anybody talk to us, we can't hear him because a raindrop was hitting that galvanized iron, make lots of noise. Then our car sitting outside, all the paint came off from the raindrops.
Wow, that's something.
You don't realize the strength of a hurricane. The strength of a hurricane is so strong. It knocks the trees down, coconut trees breaks in half, and the sheet iron flying all over the place. So it's really very dangerous.
Once we were watching the hurricane through our window. We opened the window, a small crack, and we saw this corrugated iron flying in the sky and cut a coconut tree right in half. Then after the hurricane, we went and looked and had all the grooves.
That's interesting. Okay, ready for dessert?
Yeah, ready.